All right, now pleased to bring in acting Cal State Bakersfield head coach Mike Scott. Mike, good to have you on board here. And I know you've been a longtime assistant. Now you take over as the acting head coach for the season. Um, Tell me a little bit about, obviously, right now, what you have coming back and, how you're trying to adjust to this whole, coaching change with Coach Barnes stepping down recently.
We actually got an older group here. We got some high level guys coming back. CJ Hardy played a lot for us last year. He'll be back. Looking for a lot of leadership out of him. Tom Mark, who didn't played about half the season last year due to some injuries, but he's back with us. Then we got some older additions to our team, Dalen Smith and AJ, who was in the league a few years ago at Long Beach. So I'm looking forward to the squad, and they're all on board. That was kind of the big thing. Guys have a chance to get into the portal, and they all said that they was coming back. So I'm looking to have a fun year.
Just piggybacking off what Jeff just asked you, what's it been like? You're moving over 16 inches from assistant coach to head coach. You've been there 9 years. As Jeff said, it just happened. I mean, this team was built and recruited to play for Coach Rod Barnes. How much of
Yeah.
his philosophy do you keep, and how much of it can you instill on your own?
Well, the core values you keep, some that you learn. Obviously, the mentorship of Coach Barnes, will kind of stay with me forever. But a lot of the stuff, the core values of our program, will keep. We'll play a little faster. I would like to play a little faster offensively, get up and down the floor a little bit more, and kind of use our athleticism and our speed, and throw some lobs and play free a little bit. But no, the defensive mindset will still be the same. We'll still be stifling. We'll still be stingy on defense and try to be aggressive going to go rebound.
Yeah, you mentioned AJ George, who comes back to the league after a couple of years at Long Beach State, then at SMU, where he played a little bit last year. What do you expect his role to be this season for you guys?
We're looking for AJ to be himself. He's an all around guy. He's a stat stuffer. I don't think he'll just wow you with, 45 points like we had last year or something like that. But he'll, probably be good rebounding the basketball. He'll be good scoring for us. He'll be good defensively. He's also one of the guys who's been to the NCAA tournament, which is huge because he can talk to them guys and speak to them of what a championship team looks like. So we're going to lean on him a lot this year for a lot of different things.
It's great. One thing I've always admired about you guys at Cal State Bakersfield is you guys are always so big and physical and supremely athletic. I think it's safe to say last year your offense, you could also make a case for your overall rebounding too, was ahead of your defense. And defense sometimes wasn't where you wanted it to be. Your ball handling probably wasn't always where it was, where you wanted it to be. Do we get to see some Mike Scott instilled changes in these areas, or what's your projection in those areas of weakness last year?
Well, the goal was to try to find that balance, right? Like traditionally, we've been a stifling defensive team and a stingy defensive team that struggled to score at times. We went out in recruiting last year and tried to fix that, which we did, but we lost a little bit defensively. So this year, we hope to find some balance in between the two, right? Be a team that can get up and down and score, and still be stingy on the defensive end, and that'll be my philosophy going into the year. Let's play free, let's play fast, let's use our athleticism and get out and run, and defensively, let's make it hard for people to get buckets.
Mike, how have you kind of handled, yourself dealing with this opportunity, right? I mean, you have an opportunity in front of you here that, a lot of coaches don't get. How have you
Yeah,
gone about this in terms of, obviously, I know it's about the players, first and
yeah.
foremost, but what's this been like for you personally?
I mean, it's obviously a change, but for me, it's something that I've prepared for, something that I'm ready for, something that I was built for. Since I've been here, coaches kind of allowed me to strategically grow in a lot of different areas across campus and with our program. So me stepping into this role, I'm ready for it. I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. And then, like I said, it's something that you dream of. Obviously you wouldn't want it to happen this way, but you got to get your opportunities and make the best of them.
Are you getting any sleep?
I'm on the road recruiting right now. I'm in Orlando at one of the events, and this is probably the most sleep I've got over the past couple weeks. But no, I know that's part of the job. One of the coaches made a comment to me on the road. He said, "Man, enjoy your hair right now, right?" Like, yeah,
It'll look like mine soon, Mike. Just in time. All right, and it's not a good thing. Trust me. Uh, give me the guy that probably has had the best offseason. Give me one guy that just kind of, again, you've been blown away by, maybe by their work ethic, maybe just by how much they've made a jump in the offseason.
Well, I'll give you two. One of our returners, Jaden Alexander, has made a huge jump. He's always been a worker, just kind of fine tuning some things in his game in terms of his handle and his jump shot. And I think he really did a good job of doing that this summer. And then the other one is a newcomer of ours, Dalen Smith, who was in a portal for a long time. He sat out as a transfer from Alabama A&M, but he sat out last year due to an injury that he had with his leg. And he came back, and this summer he's been unbelievable in terms of his work ethic, his leadership, his ability to make shots and make shots under duress. I'm really impressed with him. So looking forward to those two guys actually showcasing the changes in their game and the jump that they've made over the summer.
Hmm. Hey, I'm excited for you. I know every assistant coach waits their turn. I had a similar situation. I was an assistant coach and got the head job at a small college in July, but to get it in September is a whole nother animal. You're like the big mystery box, and you guys have lost. I think from last year, I think it was four of your top five returning scores, I believe,
Yeah.
were lost, but you're still bringing in some good newcomers. And so, I mean, are you excited about just the clean slate and nobody having any idea what to expect on either end of the floor this year?
Yeah, you're always excited about it. Like I told our guys, look, man, we got nothing to lose. It's not going to be a lot of expectation coming out of us. Obviously, getting the job late and trying to change a few things late and getting guys to understand our philosophy and what we want to run in terms of offensively. And I'm okay with that, right? I'm okay with us having some struggles early on or some miscues early on. But by the time we get the conference play, that's what we're going to be prepared for.
So you brought in a couple guys in the front court, a couple transfers.
Yeah.
Um, what does that look like up front right now? Because you've gone through most of the perimeter so far, but give me kind of what's been the competition up front for minutes.
It's been unbelievable. It's really good to see. We got a lot of guys that are hungry, that have something to prove to the world and also to themselves. One of the guys is Pierre Geneste, who's a transfer from Fresno State, who's an unbelievable worker. He's a lob threat. He's a rim protector, but he's really working on his offensive game. We brought in a transfer, Ronald Jessamy, who's just a competitive dude. He was at Tennessee State. I think he'll do a lot of our inside scoring and being able to be crafty around the basket and use athleticism to get plays. And then we have Caleb McCarty, who's a transfer from South Carolina State, who's kind of a traditional Rob Barnes guy, right? Like he's long, he's athletic, he gets somebody down the floor, understands how to play, a skilled guy who will be looking to get some good production out of.
Let's say you have an open mic here. The entire city of Bakersfield's listening, the entire world's watching right now. I mean, what would be some words you want to maybe express with them and talk about who you are and what to expect this season?
Support will be the number one. Our guys work hard. They've worked hard. They've worked for this opportunity as well as me. I've worked hard. I've worked for this opportunity. And now we're just looking to showcase it at a high level. So the support that our city will bring to us, which they've always done, the support that they'll be here for our guys and let them know that they have their support and that they have their back through the things that we're going through right now would be great. And for me, look, I'm a gritty, grimy dude. I'm from Philly. I've worked my tail off to be here. And that's what Bakersfield is, right? We put our hard hat on every day. We come to work. We try to do our best. We make sure that we're competitive and we live with the result. And that's who I am. That's what they're going to get from me every day. You're going to get every ounce of energy, every ounce of blood, sweat, and tears that I have to try to make sure this program continues to go in the right direction.
Mike, have you called anybody that's been in this situation before and maybe asked them for advice? Another coach or anybody like that?
I haven't talked to anybody who's been in this exact position,
Yeah.
but I've talked to some head coaches just about some things to look out for. And obviously, Coach Barnes is still here. He still be a mentor to me in terms of leadership and understanding what to watch out for, some do's, some don'ts that have come to a first year head coach. So yeah, been a couple of people who I've reached out to, but in terms of just somebody that's been in this exact situation, I haven't talked to anybody yet.
How long before a Philly guy like you gets his first tech this year? That's what I want to
We laughed about that as a staff. It's been a few times as a staff when we were on the sideline, and we kind of hold each other back from getting one of those. But I don't know, man. I hear that the referees are doing a good job, and I've been watching a lot of film on some of the new rules and things that we already been arguing about. So hopefully that'll keep me from getting my first one.
Well, hey, look, man. I mean, Bakersfield's already shot the lights out because my electricity went out over here. So, good for you. Good for you. I'm excited for you.
What
Absolutely,
are
man.
the
Hopefully,
expectations, Mike? What are the expectations for this team this year? Because like Richie was saying, a lot of people in the league don't know what to expect from you guys with the coaching change. What are realistic expectations for you? What have you been kind of talking to your team about?
about winning it all.
Yeah.
Our expectations don't change because of the circumstance. We feel like we have a really good team. We feel like we brought in the right pieces to compete in this league, and our goal is still to win it all. There's not a team in our league who we're afraid of, and we're gonna show up and play that way. That's just who we are. That's who I've always been my whole life. Whether you got a name or you don't, we're gonna show up and put our best foot forward. So our expectation is to win the Big West, to get to the NCAA tournament, to win our conference tournament, and win a game in the tournament. Like we prepare that way, we work that way, and as long as our guys believe in it, we'll have an opportunity to do it.
Last one I have for you. Last one.
Mhm.
Obviously, with having CJ back, he's got to be a guy who steps up, I assume, and becomes the clear leader of this group. How has he shown that in maybe the offseason and since you took over?
The biggest thing for CJ has been consistency. I think one of the things that he learned last year going into this year was one, how good the league is and how good the guards will be in this league, but then two, how consistent you have to be, right? Like you can't show up Thursday and have 25 and 8, and then Saturday you got 2 and 8, right? Like you got to give us your numbers every night. You got to show up every night and compete and play every night. And he's done that. He's been one of our most consistent guys this summer, in terms of just showing up and being on time and being where he's supposed to be. And I'm looking forward to him carrying that over this season.
All right, there you have it. New acting Cal State Bakersfield head coach Mike Scott. Thanks for joining us, man. Keep grinding on the recruiting trail. I know you got to get some players in, and good luck this season.